How's the game? Good.
Anytime you want.
Thanks, Colin. I'm retired.
Good morning, counsel.
Alex Reeves, it's a pleasure.
Stuart Collins for the plaintiff.
Stu Collins.
I wasn't sure you'd remember. We were at Harvard together.
Of course, trial law, Professor Larkin's class.
He was bare, wasn't he?
He nearly convinced me to choose another profession.
Yeah, I remember him saying, Ms. Gray, there are several areas of the law in which you'll never have to enter a courtroom. I suggest you gravitate in that direction. I guess he was wrong.
Looks that way. Well, as you both know, this case has serious and long-reaching implications. One child is dead, the other is convicted of murder and is serving a life sentence. What we have to determine is whether or not the parents of the murderer were cognizant of the boy's intentions and were in a position to stop them. It's a volatile situation, and I'd like to keep the showmanship down to a minimum.
I'm sure we're all on the same page.
A certain amount of emotion is inevitable.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. But facts will determine this case, not feelings. That's what the jury's going to hear. I don't want anyone turning this into Andrew Lloyd Webber.
I promise not to sing.
Fine. Let's pick a jury.
Let me ask you a few questions. Do you own firearms, Mr. Nebbit?
No, sir.
Have you ever owned a gun?
No. I'm opposed to guns.
You belong to any anti-gun organization?
Objection. Jurors' political affiliations are not relevant.
Sustained. Counsel, approach the bench.
What about lobbies?
Mr. Reeves, I asked you to approach.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have a 6-year-old. I don't fall for the deaf routine. I'm warning you.
With all due respect, my clients are on trial because they own a gun. I need to put these jurors in some kind of context.
With all due respect, your clients are on trial because their son used that gun to shoot his girlfriend in the face. Stop grandstanding. Move on from this line of questioning. We have a lot of jurors to get to.
I want this juror disqualified.
Motion denied.
He'll never be impartial.
I'm not going to let you waste my time by filling the jury with a bunch of NRA members. Now move on.
Your Honor, since this is your first time presiding over the voir dire process...
Finish that sentence and it could be your last in this courtroom.
Mrs. Spellman, your son Josh is currently serving a life sentence for murder. Is that correct?
Yes.
For the murder of 16-year-old Jeanette Harper, correct?
Yes.
2 weeks before the murder, was your son suspended from school?
Yes.
For what reason?
He got in a fight in gym class. No one was seriously injured.
The other boy had 8 stitches in the face, I think.
Because he fell against the bleachers.
Josh also had some brushes with the law, resulting in 1 arrest.
It was a traffic violation.
Do you own any firearms?
My husband does.
Where does he keep them?
Locked in a cabinet in the basement. He has the only key.
Was it your husband's gun that Josh used to murder his girlfriend?
Yes.
Any idea how he got it?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Sustained.
Prior to the murder, did anyone ever recommend that your son get counseling or therapy?
Yes, one of his teachers.
What did you do?
I answered all these questions at the other trial.
That was different. That was a murder trial.
Counsel, approach the bench. The jury is well aware that her son is a murderer. You can stop hammering that home.
I think it's an important element.
I asked you to watch the showmanship. You used the word murder 7 times in the last minute. You're trying to get this woman to lash out and show her own temper. Maybe the jury will think like mother, like son.
That's an interesting angle. I'm afraid I didn't think of it.
Like hell you didn't. Now stop it.
Mr. Spellman, did you take the teacher's advice and send your son to therapy?
No.
Why not? Why not?
He didn't seem that bad to us. He didn't seem that troubled.
Miss Harper died from a gunshot wound to the face. The bullet entered the frontal lobe and death would have been immediate. The shot was fired from a .38 caliber pistol.
A pistol which was registered to Mr. Frank Spellman.
Objection. Dr. Atkinson is a medical examiner, not a gun salesman.
Overruled.
I withdraw the question. Your Honor, at this point, I would like to submit Exhibit A. Photos taken by the coroner at the scene of the crime.
Approach the bench.
Your Honor, No one is on trial for murder here. Josh Spellman has already been convicted. Why should we ask the jury to examine the evidence of the crime?
The defendant's demeanor prior to the act and the rage with which he committed the crime are arguably relevant to the parents' knowledge of his behavior. Let me see the photos again. Well, it's a tough call, but I will allow these.
Your Honor,
Wait.
I think we're ready to revisit the idea of a settlement. Our offer's what it's always been, $200.
That is an insult. The Harpers feel that their daughter's life is worth more than their house. We're asking $2 million, and that's a bargain. You can't meet us halfway.
Not even close. I just don't see that much evidence against my clients.
I've got a grieving mother who's going to go on the stand and obliterate the evidence. You give me a decent number, I can stop that from happening.
Mr. Collins, we are not going to discuss this trial as if it were a chess game. If you are betting on me allowing some melodrama for the jury, you might want to look at that number again.
Come on, you know that offer's ridiculous. Don't let him intimidate you.
You are ethically obligated to take that offer to your clients.
Amy, I'm telling you, they've given me a bottom line. The answer is no. I meant to say Judge Gray.
You meant to say Amy. Try that in court and I'll cite you. Gentlemen, it looks to me like this case is going to the jury.
Mrs. Harper, how did your relationship with your daughter change the past year?
This past winter, she met Josh Spellman. He seemed like a nice boy at first, but I started noticing things.
What kind of things?
She would say, if Josh calls, tell him I'm not here. She was nervous. Jeanette wanted to break up with him, but she said that he had said he would see her dead first.
What was your reaction to these threats?
Oh, he tried talking to his parents. They were very defensive.
Did they offer to talk to Josh?
Well, they said they would. I don't know if they did.
Mrs. Harper, I know you feel that there's no way to explain the loss of a daughter to someone who hasn't experienced it, but we need to try. Can you tell us your reaction when you found your daughter dead?
At first, complete shock, but at the same time, I felt that I should have seen it coming.
Why?
Because Jeanette was so frightened. She was my only child. We wanted to have more, but we couldn't. I worried about her so much when she was little. And then I decided to go to a place where I believe there was an angel looking out for her. I just had to believe she couldn't be harmed.
She died in your home, did she not?
Our former home. They had a fight out in the driveway. Apparently, Josh lost his temper, and he attacked her. And she fought him off. And then he went to his car and got the gun.
Is there anything else you'd like the jury to know about your daughter?
She was very funny. She liked to laugh. She was always telling jokes. When Jeanette was around, there was always laughter in the house. And then one day, it just stopped.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examine Mr. Reams.
I have no questions, Your Honor. Mrs. Spellman, Can you give us some kind of idea of what kind of a boy Josh is from a parent's perspective?
Well, he was always quiet and very creative. He used to spend a lot of time drawing, and he was very good. We had his pictures all over the house.
Can you tell us more about Josh's so-called brush with the law?
He got a speeding ticket, and when they ran the license plate, there were several unpaid parking tickets, so they arrested him.
For parking tickets?
And they weren't even his. They belonged to my husband.
Did the police drop the charges?
Yes.
This teacher who recommended therapy, did he or she say that Josh seemed particularly violent?
No. He said Josh was a good kid with a bad temper. He said that it wasn't unusual in boys his age, but that it might help for him to try therapy.
You decided against that?
Yes. For the moment, we were still discussing it.
Were there any other signs that Josh was disturbed?
We caught him smoking a couple of times. We had fights about that.
Smoking tobacco?
Yes.
Did his smoking lead you to suspect that he might kill someone?
Objection.
Sustained. Careful, Mr. Reams.
Did Josh ever talk to you about his problems?
Rarely. You know, boys. Our other son never talked about problems either.
How old is your other son?
He's 19. He's a sophomore at Dartmouth.
Did Josh talk to you about Jeanette?
He told me he thought he was in love with her. I was so surprised because he never told me things like that. His father and I were so glad for him. Josh had never had a girlfriend. He was shy around them. I mean, he dated, but nothing serious. I thought maybe Jeanette was different. You know, he sure acted like it was different. He showed me her picture in the yearbook. He talked about getting a part-time job so that he could afford to take her out more often. He seemed so hopeful. See, that was the thing. He seemed better because of Jeanette. Why would we ever think he would hurt her?
Hey. Hi. Visiting hours are over, but I'm afraid I used my clout. They said I was on official business. How's it going? Oh, please, I don't want to talk about me.
Too bad, I do.
It's going well, I think. Defense rests tomorrow.
I look that good, huh?
No. I just want to see you back in court.
Yeah, me too. You know, I'm the one who's supposed to be scared here.
I'm not scared.
Don't take up poker, you lie like a nun.
No, the case is getting to me, I guess. I keep looking over at Josh Spellman's parents, like, how could you not have known? And on the other hand, the Harpers thinking that money is going to make up for the loss of their child. I don't think I'm being very objective.
No, you don't have to be as a person, just as a judge.
I don't want to let you down. I mean, it's your case. It's your courtroom.
It's your decision. I gave you the case because I trust you.
Why?
Because you're compassionate.
I have to check my compassion at the door.
Says who?
Gotta think about the law, not the people.
Well, what do you think the law is for? When you uphold the law, you uphold the good of the people. Not just the people in your courtroom, all of them. Nobody loses.
I'm afraid of making a mistake.
Amy, look at me. Now, from where I sit, there is only one way to go. Be fearless.
Isn't it past your bedtime?
It's jury instructions.
Try not to rhyme. Johnny Cochran ruined that for everybody.
I'm almost through this thing, Ma. And I think I survived.
No matter what, somebody's going to appeal. You have to be sure the verdict stands. You don't want to get reversed your first time up.
You think the worst-case scenario has not occurred to me? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is now my duty to instruct you on the law that applies to this case. This has been an emotional trial, and it may be tempting for you to vote with your hearts. I must instruct you not to do that. Sympathy is an important virtue, but it is not justice. To find the defendant negligent, you must find that the plaintiff has proven that the defendants had knowledge of their son's violent nature and of his intention to harm the deceased. If they did know and were in a position to prevent him and did not, they would be negligent. If you find the defendants negligent, then and only then can you go on to consider damages. This is a civil trial, so beyond a reasonable doubt does not apply. It's a preponderance. One piece of evidence in either direction would make your decision. But remember, we are talking about evidence and not emotion. It is not your job to put yourself in someone else's shoes and feel their feelings. It is your job to remember that reason is always the best companion to justice. If you would read your decision out loud in the courtroom, please.
We, the jury, find the defendants negligent and liable for the death of Jeanette Marie Harper.
Have you also decided on damages?
We award the plaintiffs damages of $10 million.
Did you say $10 million?
Yes, ma'am.
Does the defense want to poll the jurors?
No, Your Honor.
Well, then on behalf of the courtroom, I would like to thank you and excuse you. No, I can't. I am a parent. I can't imagine this kind of loss. It's heartbreaking. But when I come in this courtroom, I am a different kind of parent. I have to be fair, not to individuals per se, but to the greater good. I am a guardian of the law. And no one can do that job but me. I understand you did your best. I know that you tried not to let the emotion get in the way, but I don't think you succeeded. I heard no evidence concerning parental knowledge or failure to control, none. Josh had a bad temper, so do I. He smoked cigarettes. An alarming amount of teenagers do, and they don't commit murder. His brushes with the law involved unpaid parking tickets. I did not see evidence of a deeply disturbed boy. Sometimes things really do escape our knowledge and understanding. Maybe this is one of those things. The fact that the jury elected to find for the plaintiff and increase the award by such a degree proves to me that the jury ignored the facts of this case as well as my instructions. I cannot let this verdict stand. I'm forced to set aside the verdict and enter judgment for the defendants. These two can be issued to you for the upstairs clerk's office. You know those?
Excuse me. Your Honor, we just want to thank you.
Don't.
Judge Gray, this is outrageous. It's unheard of for a judge to dismiss a jury finding.
It's unusual. It's not unheard of.
You know I'm going to appeal. I won't even touch another case until I do.
You never doubted it.
What I'll be forced to say is that your inexperience in this area interfered with proper findings.
Say whatever you have to say, Mr. Collins.
And that there might have been a personal component. You were against me from the start, and you know it.
You want to know the truth? I was for you the whole way. I wanted you to find a way to make the Spellmans accountable. Like anyone else, I want to believe the fairy tale, that this kind of tragedy is foreseeable. It would help me sleep better at night. I found against you because you didn't prove your case. And something else, I happen to remember something Professor Larkin said about you. He said you had a genius for theatrics, and it would take you as far as you wanted to go, until you hit a judge who was smarter than you. And guess what just happened?
“法、理、情”是一种很特别的三角关系，常常难分难解。我是一个法官，依据法律独立审判是我的使命。只有坚持捍卫国家正义，才是安定的最大力量。
惨叫，不知道发生什么事情，赶快过来好不好？很恐怖哎！我是他们的邻居啊，刚刚是我报警的，他们发生什么事？我可以进去看一下吗？
不太方便哦。
台北市传出人伦悲剧，14号凌晨，警方接获信义区民众报案。当警方赶到现场后，22岁林姓女子已倒在厨房血泊之中，现场一片凌乱。嫌犯杨姓女子手握疑似凶器，呆坐一旁，全程沉默不语。
各位大家好，在座的各位呢是透过随机抽选，并进行人民官审施行条例所定选任程序，符合法定官审员资格的官审员。官审员的职务呢是个案性的，也就是说，在本案判决之后，各位的任务也将结束。本件检察官起诉被告杨思涵，为了诈领保险金，将安眠药混入酒内，企图让被害人林心瑜饮用。伪装成自杀，却被被害人发现，发生争执，进而持刀杀死被害人。本案是人民官审制度初次施行，相信大家对这个制度还有案情都有一些疑问。如果有任何疑问的话，随时提出来，没有问题。
审判长，小弟我是觉得这个妈妈哦是为了钱杀了自己的女儿没有错了。果然哦，没钱啊真的是很可怕的啊。对了，审判长，你刚刚说我们今天来到这里，不但可以全程参与，而且还可以直接问证人跟被告，是真的吗？
我感觉你讲话足主观的呢。天哪，刚弄有一个妈妈讲，会杀死家己的查某囝去为着钱哈。
姐，我同意你的看法啦。一个妈妈杀死家己的查某囝，一定足痛苦的。啊，针对这个 case 吼，我想你要加一点仔同情心 ，OK？
是，
真的吗？现在新闻不是很多吗？为了钱杀人，的确是一个常见的理由啊。不管怎样，我觉得杀人真的好可怕哦。
其实我们真的臆测太多了。刚刚法官不是有说，我们要先推定被告他是无罪的，所以要等所有的证据被证实了以后，我们再做决定。
3号官审员说的没有错，请大家在被告是无罪的前提下，看看接下来调查的证据会是怎么说的。
我们检方发现了一点有被害人房间里大量的安眠药，厨房里掺了磨碎安眠药的威士忌酒瓶，电脑里空白的遗书， 还有2年前提高2000万的高额保险金，被告有高额的负债。其中关键的安眠药，经过追查，是由被告杨思涵去家中附近的精神科诊所，以失眠的名义所拿药。这样的就医行为已经持续了3个月。而经过这些证据，我方推论，被告杨思涵是为了高额的保险金预谋杀害被害人。
于培芳太太，你知道为什么他们母女的感情会恶化吗？
就是因为心瑜交了那个坏男朋友。我听思涵姐说，那个男生会抽烟、喝酒、吸毒，好像还会赌博，真的是社会的败类啊！这应该是一个意外，一定是一个意外。思涵虽然有时候会喝一点小酒，不过他真的都把心瑜照顾得很好，他真的很爱心瑜。发生这种事情，什么诈领保险金的，我看是不可能啦，绝对不可能。
黄义胜先生，有听被害人提过家中经济状况或保险金的事吗？
保险金？没有啊，我不知道这件事而且他们家的经济状况我也不是很了解。
请问你对被告与被害人之间关系恶化的理由有所了解吗？
其实啊，心宇常常跟我抱怨啊，他妈妈是一个控制欲非常强的人，不仅不让他交朋友，还不让他出去玩呢。对，他还跟我说过，他大学休学去当模特的时候啊，他妈妈动不动就打他，连他赚的钱啊还不让他用。
我才没有打心宇，心宇都是你害的，才会变成这样，不然他不会离开我。都是你，都是你。
麻烦辩护人安抚他的情绪。我们先休庭。
拄则迄个杨思涵的态度，伊看到迄个少年仔的时阵哦，规个拢抓狂起来啊啦！我是感觉足奇怪呢。
我倒觉得没有什么奇怪的，毕竟从刚刚证人与太太的话听起来，就是那个男朋友带坏他女儿的啊。他又抽烟又酗酒的，
说不定跟男朋友没有关系耶。有其母必有其女啊。
你话嘛唔通安尼讲啊！拄则咱大家伫咧怀庭的时阵，伊安尼规人咁要歇斯底里，大声讲伊无拍因查某囝啊！吼，佫较歹，嘛袂甲家己的囝食掉啊！我咧想讲吼，有可能是吼，这被告知影讲因查某囝交咧查某朋友无好，啊，做老母就烦恼啊、紧张、反对，所以我兼才去上顿。
大家讨论得非常好，但是因为本件证据尚未调查完毕，所以不要预下结论。
审判长，难道我们可以私下询问证人或被告一些问题吗？
可以啊，如果有需要的话，我也可以代为发问。
报告审判长，我有问题想要问。
黄玉生先生，请问你清楚被害人平时的生活习惯吗？
还算清楚吧，毕竟我们是半同居的状态。
那请问他有抽烟、喝酒的习惯吗？
抽烟啊，有，他有抽烟，但不太喝酒，因为他起酒疹会过敏。
女儿对酒过敏，
那这杯酒是要给谁喝？
那他有跟你提过他有失眠的状况吗？
没有
谢谢你的回答。
不好意思，审判长，我可以问被告话吗？
当然可以啊。
杨思涵小姐，我可以叫你妈妈吗？你妈妈你好。其实我跟你同款，拢是一个单亲妈妈。想到阮囝较早细汉的时阵，我为着要饲，为着三顿，我嘛是拼甲总甲安尼。所以囡仔我拢无咧带，拢是等下我爸爸妈妈咧甲我斗带啦。结果有一届，这个囡仔吼走过来讲妈妈，拢无关心我。
迄个时阵我才知影讲，其实是咱做时代做唔对。囡仔唔捌代志，咱都是爱甲教，唔通甲暗糊。这才是咱做老母应该责任感的事。我即马敢要用做老母的立场来问你，这件代志的真相到底是安怎？
半年前，离家出走，跟那个男人同居的心宇，突然回来，我很开心。
心宇，你回来了，心宇，你回来了。
我知道那个男人的风评很糟，抽烟、酗酒就不用说了，他还赌博。最可恶的是，他竟然还怂恿心用我的名誉去跟地下钱庄借钱，给他们拿去买毒品。心宇回来，我非常开心。我以为他终于离开那个男人，我把我的卡拿给他刷，让他想买什么就买什么。我还跟他说，我为我们保了高额的保险金，希望哪一天，如果我有什么外意的话，可以给他一点保障。他睡不好，想吃安眠药，但是他又不想看医生，他要我去替他拿药。我不疑有他，我以为我是在帮他，一直到那天晚上，我才知道他这样做真正的目的。那天晚上，我一直睡不着觉，所以我想到厨房喝点酒，帮助睡眠。结果我看到厨房的灯没有关。
哎呦，放心啦，
听到心语，
我就一定会帮你啊。
跟那个男的用电话在聊天，我听到他们聊天的内容，我才知道，原来我的宝贝女儿受了这个坏男人的怂恿。他们为了高额的保险金，企图在我常喝的酒里掺下安眠药，然后再假装成自杀的样子。
妈，你在干什么？
我看着心雨，我心里想，这是我的女儿吗？
不要在我的酒里下安眠药。
我非常生气。
你听我说，
我打了他一巴，
太失望。
可是他企图用刀威胁我，我一直抵抗，一直挣扎，当我回过神的时候，刀子已经深深刺入心雨的胸口，我的四处都是血。我不是故意，我真的不是故意的。我宁愿死了，让人信我。
我知道刚刚经历的那一幕，大家的心情一定十分沉重。但是还是希望各位观审员能以你们今天所见的事实，做出最正确的评议。接下来就要请各位判断，被告有没有犯检察官起诉的杀人罪，或者虽然不是杀人罪，但有可能构成其他的罪名。
照拄则杨思涵所讲的，伊根本不是刁工要抬查某囝的啊。
没有错。如果像被告所说的情况，我们必须先考虑被告有没有故意杀人的念头。
从被告最后的供述当中，我们知道被告他也是受害者，而且2号观审员你问完他以后，他的反应很自然，所以我相信他说的是实话。
3号观审员，你的意见哦，我真正拢接受啊。我感觉你妈妈真正够可怜的。
可是那些会不会是被告的片面之词啊？
恁这摆少年人，我是糟糕无同情心的呢。
我们不能用同情心来决定被告有没有杀人啊。
没错，一切都要看证据。
针对这个 case 吼，这杨思涵，伊确实真可怜啦。这5号观审员吼，伊讲的嘛不是无道理啦。因查某囝嘛是要负责任啦。
刚才各位对于动机的问题都有讨论到，接下来我们可以看看检察官、辩护人提出的证据，是不是有值得注意的地方？
对，刚刚证人黄义胜他有提到，被害人他喝酒会起酒疹，所以被告不太可能在被害人的酒里面下药。
我刚刚也有注意到这一点。即使下药，被害人也不会喝啊。纵使被告不是预谋，但有没有可能被告发现被害人企图下药去杀害他，然后2个人发生了争执拉扯，在激动之下，被告刺死了被害人？
毕竟被告从来没有说清楚，到底刀子是怎么样进到被害人的胸口的。
敢有可能是安尼？
杨思涵确实是无交代有清楚啊。
就像审判长说的，这件事情非常难判断，所以我们的责任很重大。
从刚才各位的讨论中，我们已经知道本件我们要厘清事实上与法律上的争点是什么。等一下法官们会先离开，请大家先就被告是否有罪及构成何罪，以多数决进行评议。
接下来我们举手表决，被告杨思涵是否有罪？
宣判，请起立。本院104年度重诉字第5号，被告杨思涵杀人案件，宣判。